Is CV axle binding related to wheel alignment? Have you ever wondered if the performance of your truck is affected by something as simple as wheel alignment? Today, we are going to tackle a common question. Is CV axle binding related to wheel alignment? First, let's break down what CV axle binding is. The constant velocity axle connects the transmission to the wheels. It allows for smooth power delivery while accommodating the movement of the suspension. When this axle becomes stiff or difficult to move, it leads to noticeable resistance, vibrations, or even popping noises, especially during turns. This is what we refer to as CV axle binding. Now, wheel alignment is a different story. It involves adjusting the angles of the wheels to meet the vehicle manufacturer's specifications. Proper alignment ensures that tires wear evenly and the vehicle drives straight. While alignment affects angles like camber, toe, and caster, it does not change the physical structure of the CV axle itself. So, is there a direct connection between CV axle binding and wheel alignment? The short answer is no. Wheel alignment does not directly cause CV axle binding. Adjustments to alignment do not alter the internal joints of the CV axle or its ability to flex. However, there are some indirect connections worth noting. For instance, if your truck has performance upgrades like lift kits, the suspension geometry changes. This can increase the angle at which the CV axle operates. If that angle becomes too steep, it can lead to binding or excessive wear. In this case, while the alignment may be affected by the lift, the binding is due to the increased angle of the axle. Another factor to consider is worn or damaged components in the suspension or steering system. If these parts are not in good condition, they can cause misalignment. While misalignment does not directly bind the CV axle, it can put extra stress on the axle and its joints, potentially leading to binding over time. When diagnosing CV axle issues, it is essential to check both the axle condition and the wheel alignment. A misaligned truck may show uneven tire wear or handling problems. However, these issues are separate from CV axle binding. If your truck has been lifted or modified, both alignment and CV axle angles should be checked to ensure everything is functioning properly. For practical applications, truck owners who install lift kits or larger tires should have both the wheel alignment and CV axle angles checked. This helps prevent binding and ensures safe operation. Regular inspections of both alignment and CV axles are vital for heavy-duty trucks. This practice helps catch problems early and keeps the vehicle running smoothly. Keep an eye out for symptoms like vibrations, clicking noises during turns, or difficulty steering. These could indicate CV axle binding or alignment issues. Both should be inspected to determine the root cause. In summary, while CV axle binding is not directly related to wheel alignment, changes to suspension geometry in trucks can affect both. Proper maintenance and inspection of both systems are important for safe and reliable operation. Always check both when diagnosing handling or drivetrain issues in heavy-duty vehicles.